Crooked Tree Ranch, Montana Series, Book 1. Written by R.J. Scott. Narrated by Sean Crisden. Chapter 1. Nate pinched the bridge of his nose and attempted to quell the combination of anger and fear churning inside him. When he'd woken to an absolutely perfect Montana morning, he hadn't expected his day to turn sour so damn quickly. Zach's voice on the end of the phone kept going, the tone a mixture of apology and demand.
"I'm sorry, Nate. If it were up to just me, then I'd let the feed delivery happen. But Dad is getting pissy with it being 5 months outstanding and all."
"It's probably an oversight," Nate said quickly. Marcus was the one who looked after the accounts, and they'd never had problems before. Nate had gone to school with Zach, and it was humiliating for someone Nate had spent much of his childhood around to be telling him this. Hell, Nate hated that people outside Crooked Tree might think they were struggling. Zach continued.
"We spoke to Marcus last week, Nate. He said he was going to make good on the balance when we explained that the account was in arrears. I wasn't going to bother you with this, but the account is still outstanding. I kind of felt I owed you an explanation since the order we got yesterday isn't going to be filled."
Tension banded Nate's head. This was the third supplier in the last week who had implied Crooked Tree was in arrears. Hell, not implied. 2 of them refused to deal with the ranch at all. Did they all talk to each other? Jeez. When the first supplier stopped their deliveries, Nate considered it was probably an error. He kept meaning to talk to Marcus about it, but never quite got around to it. And this was the second call he'd had to deal with. On the call before this one, when the veterinarian turned around and basically said no to the usual Crooked Tree meds order without citing a reason, Nate was angry but wasn't sure where to place his anger. Things had been up and down with the suppliers over the last few years. One day Marcus was on the ball, the next he'd be wallowing in grief and unable to keep on top of things. It made for uncomfortable relationships with those to whom the ranch owed money.
"I need the feed,"
Nate said. The door into the kitchen opened and Gabe walked in. Nate turned his back on his brother and spoke more quietly.
"Take the money from my private account."
Zach coughed and paused a few moments.
"You'll need to top it up, Nate." "I'll sort it this morning," he said firmly. "You have my word."
He ended the call and turned to face his brother, expecting to have to explain anything Gabe may have overheard. Instead, he didn't have to worry. Gabe obviously had something on his mind, if the concern written on his face was anything to go by.
"You need to come out and see this,"
Gabe said. He turned and left without further explanation. Nate followed him and pushed the worry about the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?